I went and did a big scary thing. I went and did a big old spooky spook across the country. And the first place to go was Manchester. Now, chat, I've never been more north than Nottingham. We were playing their festival. I think they had like an exit survey of why people bought tickets. And the majority of like the couple thousand people that showed up had come for Lovejoy, which meant that they were forced to open a second show for us. So we did 2 shows in one day. So the first show was at Gorilla. We came on wearing yellow ponchos because the moment we left Brighton, the car van, a wheel fell off the van. It's so bouncy. Fucking hell. What?
Singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling I'm having.
We pulled over to the side of the road in the middle of the rain, and then we had to walk to the nearest like stopping zone, and they gave us little ponchos. The rescue people that came along to fix the car, they gave us little ponchos. We got to sit in the back of their van, which just stunk of rubber and like mechanic stuff. So don't say L for the wheel falling off the van. Holy shit!
This is exactly what. I don't want it. The tour van's burning, dude. What? Stuck on the fucking motorway.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, crazy Morris!
Oh, did it all come out? Lasagna. Oh, jeez. Sort of looked at you, it's like, that's cool. I'm just recording the interior for my brother because he's like, I want to see your tour bus, and I'm like, yeah. I've got ideas.
Hello, Manchester.
got F to F. And the rattlers will say it's a marvelous view, but they don't know how many lies it took. Now they'll never know what you do.
Not less than a couple hours later, we were off to canvas. And then we show up in the green room and they're like, right, you guys need to go out on the stage and set up your instruments. We come out on stage and they're like cheering at us. And we just have to stand there and just awkwardly turn on our amps and like set everything up, bring our guitars on stage. And they keep like, and they go quiet to let me talk. But the microphone's not on. So I'm just stood there like, I can't. And the fact that none of us had set up meant there was no sound check. Now, for those of you that know anything about music, a sound check is very important for figuring out your levels and, you know, what the crowd can hear. And this is what the crowd could hear. Do you hear that ringing? That wasn't a mistake with your computer. That was the microphone. Thanks to you guys, I don't think anyone could tell what was going wrong.
It's just an hour left.
Last one, I'll take them.
Not aware that this is a fucking band will murder them if they just This is so surreal. What the fuck is going on?
Bye-bye! There's too many.
Yo. Bro, they've been waiting for you for like 20 minutes.
Don't look too upset about it, Ash. Yeah, they got them.
We've been watching and then quoting "Don't hug me, I'm scared" over and over again.
A special house with blood, hair and organs in the different rooms. Oh look, there's Mr. Bladder in the basement.
Then we went to Liverpool, showed up, had probably one of my favourite gigs ever. They were absolutely sick. Joe failed to tell a story again.
I'm not going to good at that storytelling.
Listen to this shit. It was sick. It was good.
Look at this, all the house lights down. Wow! That is incredible. Take a look behind you and look at all this. It's mental. Now, this song is...
Now, I have a bit of a weird one. A bit of a weird request for you guys, if you guys are down for it. The next song I'm going to play is a brand new one. I'm sorry. I hope you don't mind.
However, part of this is going to be, we don't want any of this footage to end up on the internet. So, all of you, we see you in the crowd. Those of you filming are fully welcome to keep filming, but do not upload anything that you film from here on.
We show up at this hotel, and I check in. I get my keys, and the man's very nice to me. Mark shows up with a big 6-pack of beer in his hands, and the Liverpudlian, like, scouse man at the desk is like, "You's better not fucking be drinking in each other's rooms and hanging out." And Mark's like, no, of course I won't. No, definitely I won't. It's about 1 a.m. Mark then starts walking down the corridors going, "Wahoo!" at the top of his lungs for some fucking reason, because he was drunk. He claims he wasn't drunk, but he fucking was. He starts shouting "Wahoo!" and he then goes to Joe's room with David, and Joe and David and Mark are hanging out, and there's a knock on the door. He answers the door, and it's the same concierge desk man who goes, "Can you stop saying fucking wahoo?" Which makes Mark laugh. Mark laughs, and he goes, "Why are you laughing? What are you laughing for? Stop saying fucking wahoo." Mark almost gets thrown out. I ordered a pizza. I go downstairs to go and get my pizza, and then the man looks at me and goes, "I'm in 2 fucking minds to throw yous out." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Am I not allowed to get a pizza?" I didn't know what was going on. And as I'm getting the pizza, I'm walking back and I'm like, "Mark, I don't think we should..." Mark is also coming to go and get food, and I'm like, "Mark, I'd watch out. He doesn't like you ordering food to the venue, to the hotel." And Mark's like, "Oh, nah, I was just shouting wahoo." And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean, Mark?" And he's like, I was shouting wahoo, you know me. "No, I don't know you, Mark. What does I'm shouting wahoo mean?" And then a lady complains, and they basically just came and were just like, "Yo, if we get one more complaint, you're getting thrown out." So I just went to Mark and I went, "Mark, I know you're drunk, but just stay in the fucking room. Do not leave your room." And he was like, "All right." We then drive to Cardiff.
Hello.
We lost all our equipment, so I had to go buy it. Sort of blessings like you from the from Luke Collins and people like that.
What I liked about Cardiff, no one was talking in the crowd. You guys were all focused. It was like I looked over the crowd and everyone was like staring.
David and James collaborate. David was living with me when we wrote one day, and he pretty much every day I just bring him into my little basement room and say, hopefully, listen to my shit song.
Sorry.
Shit. Can I teach you the Lovejoy handshake?
Oh my god.
Right, so it's this. Back again. Leandra. This. Squeeze me. Yeah, no, I'm really sorry.
He gets done with the gig and then immediately messages me a Twitter post from a fan of everyone just chanting Filzer in the crowd. He expects it. At every gig, every show he does, he's expecting it to happen. If it doesn't happen, he gets it going. I'm like, what the fuck?
We then went up to Sheffield to play at one of the first venues the Arctic Monkeys played at, the Leadmill. And I don't know if it was just the shape of the room or whatever, but we went off the stage and no one started calling for an encore. So we just thought, do we just go home? Like, what happens? That was also our first show with Good Kid.
On the London Bridge. I'm on the London Bridge. You're walking on the London Bridge. It's actually a really beautiful sunset. These days all I see is everything you're not. Between those melodies, it's all I've been thinking of. Since then, the lines you left behind you, they cover every bit at its home.
After spending 20 days in a van, you eventually you all start functioning as one unit. We were like peeing in synchrony. Like we'd be on a big drive down a motorway and all at the same time we'd all be like, need to pee. I was sharing bodily fluids with Ash, doing even worse things with Mark. But anyway, there's like a saying, once you spend as much room, as much time in like such a tiny space with the same 6 people, like we all went a bit crazy. Leandra was just doing TikToks and we were trying to like kick her iPad out of her hands. It's like it was just there were points where I could have like choked Mark to death and things like that. They were all on the cards.
There was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it.
From Sheffield, we moved up to Nottingham. I've taken after my favourite band, Los Campesinos, and they have a series of demands that they think bands should be making when they're picking out shows. Because at the moment, like, venues as a whole are just run to grab money out of you and to not actually look after people in a modern sense. Nottingham were the first venue that actually appeased that. They had a full disabled section. They had a full section for people who might have more audio sensory problems. Or so I was told. I hope so. There was an entire booth at the top that I kept waving up at.
It's just me. It's fine the way you want me on your own. But in the end, it's always me alone. I'm losing my favorite game. You're losing your mind again. I'm losing my baby, losing my favorite game.
Don't know the words. Was it really past tense? I heard. Maybe we could forget the time. Maybe we could go back to mine.
Lads, 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 lads,
Oh, the night is getting nuts!
and also my first show with my Tamagotchi. Yay! His name's Hungy. He's asleep right now because he goes to bed at 9 p.m. A fan at a previous show had got us a painted Pebble Brain Tamagotchi. You know who you are out there. Which I wore. But then Zoe decided it was hers now. So, which pissed me off. So I went out and bought everyone Tamagotchis so Zoe would give me the Pebble Brain one. Which I still have. But now I have Hungy, who he joined me for the rest of the tour, and I'm the only one with mine still alive, can I add? Everyone's died apart from mine.
We love them here. Thank you for asking. They're asleep right now though, so we can't really show you. We've all got one. Joe's hiding his for some reason. Go and get yours out, Joe. Oh, well, there we go. His one's cool. It's got like chocolate colours on it and stuff. Yeah, look at that. Ash hates his and wants it to die. That's why we're hoping we can jump around enough to break it this evening. Anyway.
What's happening here? Where's the Tamagotchi?
Summer after high school when we first met, we make out in your Mustang to Radiohead. And on my 18th birthday, we got matching tattoos. Used to steal your parents' liquor and climb to the roof. Talk about a future like we had a clue. Never planned that one day I'd be losing you. In another life, I would be your girl. We keep all our promises, the odds against the world. In another life, I would make you stay, so I don't have to stay. You were the one that got away, the one that got away.
Then we went to Hull. The venue also had a bit of problems too. The monitors were all broken. It was no fault of the venue staff. They did great. For those who don't know, monitors are little speakers that point at your face. So that you can hear yourself sing. So I just screamed at the top of my lungs instead. I didn't sing anything. If you were at the Hull show, you were probably like, wow, Will's putting in so much energy to this performance. And I was just stood there desperately trying to scream over the sound of all the instruments so I could hear myself.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
Baby, if you don't stand for something, how could you ever hope to hold the weight of everything you hold? Well, maybe if you show them all your hand, you can knot in the creases, and maybe you can take it back and fold.
Oh, running out of time, said it'll be fine.
Oh, now it'll be fine. Pretty good, eh? I was really hungry. Ash, how are the fries?
Yeah, I actually got a
Oh, that means he likes them.
No, that's...
Guess what then happens the next day? We go to Stoke-on-Trent, and I wake up in the morning and I'm like, let's get out, alright? That's what I do. So that was at about 8 a.m. The show is at about 8 p.m. At about 1 or 2 p.m. I realise, oh fuck, I still can't sing. We start calling up people. And they were all like, you should cancel the show. If you have a really damaged voice from shouting or doing lots of singing, and then you proceed to sing again, you can end up doing like permanent damage to your voice. and we instead decided no, we were going to do the show. But what we did, now here's what, this was all Ash's idea, I want to add. Ash says, why don't we do a show where we just play the instruments, but everyone in the crowd sings the words at us. It was quite awkward. I'm not going to lie to you, chat. We're never doing that again. And when we came off stage at that gig, the very first thing Ash says, like Ash turns to us and he just goes, how the fuck did we pull that off? When you come on stage, you see this. Ready? Ready? Woo! Just in a quiet room. That's what it was. That was the entire show.
As your father, and you carry the same kind of temper too. But what a shame for the people of low community. Favorite things to fight and a lager. Name a better way to spin out a jar.
We brought on Good Kid to sing one day, because you can't have a karaoke one day. Someone's got to sing one day.
Technical issues tonight, but we got Joe. Mark on the vibes. Give me your best stick trick. Side. Alright, bye. No way! That was sick. smile though.
All over this microphone for you, mate.
It's so apparent how tall you are. It's so apparent how tall you are.
So this next song is a very difficult one, but Nick happens to know all the lyrics. So this is a good kid and Lovejoy version of the song One Day.
Please stay in tune.
Because I couldn't sing at that one, I made it my mission to meet everyone afterwards. So I met every single person after the show. And you know who you are, Stoke-on-Trent attendee, who was like, "Oh, I'm really sick today, but I'm still gonna go because I want to go and see the show." You know who you are. We arrive in Leeds, and then at 6 a.m. I woke up. I then proceed to vomit into the toilet, and I go, and then I can't stop shaking. So much so I have to lie down on the floor with a blanket on me because I don't want to leave the toilet. And it's at this point I call my manager and I go, "Hey, Dave, I'm dying, I think this is it." And he goes, "Oh shit." And he's like, "Do you want an IV?" "No, Dave, I don't want an IV. What do you think I should do?" And he's like, "Do you think you can play the show?" Bear in mind, we're playing an afternoon show at Leeds. So we're going to be on stage in roughly like 4 hours. So I sleep on the floor. I wake up 2 hours later at 8 a.m. and I vomit again. And I'm still shaking. And now I've got a cough and a runny nose and I go, uh-oh. I do a COVID test. I do not have COVID. Basically, I come up with a plan. Either we cancel, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay in bed and just wrap up like a burrito and just shut my eyes and just wait. And then when it's time for me to go and sing songs, I go out on the stage, I jump around a bit, I play some songs, we brought a bucket. If you were at the Leeds show, did you see the sick bucket on stage with me? I go, "No, we come out, play some la 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 la, do my songs, do my singing." And then the minute it's over, they just wheel me off back to bed. The main reason I didn't cancel, chat, was for this venue of 1,000 people, security had told us that at 8 a.m, there was a crowd of 198 people in a big line going all the way around the venue. So I went, let's fucking do this. I smash down the meds. I lay in bed. I feed my Tamagotchi. I make sure he's well. He's shouting at me and I'm like, "Motherfucker, I've got my own problems." I think I fell asleep again. And then I wake up at like midday. And they're like, "Okay, sound check's over. Everyone's been let in. It's time for you to get on stage." We get brought onto the stage and I'm put in front of 1,000 people. Chat, have you ever seen 1,000 people in a room? That shit fucking scary. And I play the show. For all you knew, you Leeds goers, I was just a happy guy.
Ash lost his entire finger in a machining accident, so he's playing without a finger. And as of today, me and Ash have got a stomach bug, so we've been lovely thoughts in your head. We've been having a great morning. But anyway, that shan't deter us. This one's called Cause for Concern.
then another sip. Then somebody said to me, nigga, why you babysitting? Only 2 or 3 shots. I'ma show you how to turn it up a notch.
And then after Leeds, we drove home. Me still feeling ill. We drove all the way home to Brighton. And here I am. That was the tour, chat. I'm going on tour again. Very, very soon. We're going around Europe next. And maybe America. Maybe more than just New York and LA. Maybe in the future.